So good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Alumni Interaction Session, an exclusive opportunity for you to interact with IMT CDL alumni and learn from their insights. So how many times you have thought that, can I chat with someone who has been through IMT CDL PGDM program? Or I wish I could speak to someone who has done that, been there, and conquered the PGDM program, or someone who can vouch for the excellence of this program. Am I right? So guess what? You're not alone. We have heard you loud and clear. So welcome to this exclusive session where you have the privilege of connecting with some remarkable individuals, some distinguished guests, distinguished alumni of IMT CDL. I am Pooja Snehi, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be your guide for today. So IMT CDL's prestigious PGDM program has been a preferred choice of those individuals who are looking for quality education without taking a career break. IMT CDL has been there around since 1986, and since then it has always been seen both as a pioneer in management education and a leader in quality. It is one of the most stable institutions offering distance learning management programs. And with its constant focus on quality education, it has been always a preferred choice for those individuals who are looking for nothing but the best. Now, we are bringing in some awesome alumni to share their stories that might just help you decide if the IMT CDL's PGDM program is the right fit for you. So to kick things off, let's delve into the journeys of our accomplished alumni. Each of them has a unique story to tell, and we will get to hear from them their experiences, their challenges, and triumphs that they faced, that they have experienced during their program when they were doing their PGDM program from IMT, because they have been there where you are today. So let's connect with the real stars of the show. So let me introduce Ms. JAMINI GOEL. She is there with us today. She is the president of IMT CDL Alumni Association. She is Assistant General Manager of Government Relations at TATA Consulting Engineers Limited, a seasoned global strategic business expert with over 15 years of experience in design and engineering consultancy. She holds an MBA from IMT CDL, Ghaziabad, and a BTech in civil engineering. Then we have with us Mr. Amit. He is an e-learning entrepreneur, agile professional, and CEO, experienced entrepreneur with a history of working more than 9 years in the e-learning industry. Skilled in business planning, team management, process building, certified agile methodologies professional, with over more than 18 years of experience in technology. He has worked with several industry leaders like Akash, Baiju, Naukri.com, Merit Nation, MPS Technologies, and HCL Technologies. Then we have with us Mr. Amit Amuli. He is a digital banking and lending leader at Sopra Banking Software. Mr. Amit is a business consultant and a leader in banking and finance domain with more than a decade of experience and currently working with Sopra Banking Software, as I told you. And his area of expertise is in core banking and lending. He has played a vital role in the digital transformation of many of the leading banks of India and abroad. So welcome you all, our proud alumni. So,
thank you, Pooja.
As we have opened the registration page, we have received some queries from our curious audience. So let's take them from our with our distinguished alumni. So I'll start with Ms. JAMINI. Hi, JAMINI. Good morning and welcome. So I believe we have some question from our audience. They want to hear from you that how did this program help you transition into your current role?
Okay. Good morning, Pooja, and good morning all. Thank you so much, Pooja, for such a nice introduction.
So yeah, I'm a strategic business expert, more than 16 years of industry experience. The program offered by IMT CDL not only given me a degree, but boosted my career in management skills, as I have done my course just after completing my BTech in civil engineering. So IMT CDL has opened my career door into the management skills. There is a comprehensive management programs offered by IMT CDL. I have done my PGDM in dual specialization, and I have opted the subjects was like marketing and operations. So it was a dual specialization, and dual specialization ensures the multiple advantages and play a pivot role actually in becoming an entrepreneur as well. So as a result, you are equipped with the knowledge, experience that you can share and use in your professional development.
True.
Okay.
So from an engineer to a leader, a management leader.
Yeah.
So your journey was, I mean, absolutely inspiring. So my next question I'll take with Mr. Amit Amuli. How did this IMT CDL PGDM program opened doors for you professionally? Amit, your audio is on mute.
Okay. So first of all, thank you, Pooja, for having us here. And as you have asked the question that how it helped me professionally. So I have also started as an engineer, okay, a decade back, approximately 14 years back. And when I joined the industry, I was into the core banking as an engineer. And I used to do all the technical stuff, coding, and then the deployments, etc., for the leading banks across the globe. But then there was something missing. So something missing, when I say, it is not only specific to the work I did or the kind of domain I was working. When I said something means when you need to go up in the ladder of success. So you need to have the knowledge and the exposure from all areas of the industries. So when I got enrolled myself with the IMT CDL, and the first thing which I would like to quote, that I got opportunity to retrospect myself, that where I was lagging, what kind of gap, what delta I have, other than the domain and the technical skills that I was using in my career. So IMT CDL opened that horizon. Okay, so it not only gave me opportunity to learn the missing concepts that I was looking for in the industry since last several years, but it's also helped me to understand different aspects. I learned about the marketings, I learned about the mergers and acquisitions, the alliances, how the market conditions and the economical conditions, changes on day-to-day basis. So all these things, how it impacts the market, and when it impacts the market, how as a professional we need to be ready with the kind of solution, with the kind of approach that we provide to the market. So obviously we respond to the market, but IMT CDL gave me an opportunity to learn and to strengthen my skill to be proactive rather than what I was using the reactive mode earlier in my career. So this program helped me a lot in the transformation journey for myself, from being an individual contributor and then uh, becoming a leader who played the management role, and now a leadership and the strategical role that I'm playing. So I think I would like to thank IMT CDL for providing me the opportunity to explore all these things in my career, which helped me to grow professionally as well as personally.
Thank you, Amit. Your insights are definitely going to inspire our audience. So my next question is to you, Mr. Amit. Our audience wanted to have this question: that were there any pivotal moments during your PGDM journey that significantly influenced your career path?
Okay. Hi. Thank you so much, first of all, Pooja, for giving me this opportunity. And thank you, Amit and JAMINI also for listening. So, my basically journey started with, I also did BTech. I'm also an engineer, like Amit said, so just coding
We
stuff.
have
And
all engineers with us
yes,
today.
we are all engineers. So, I was a software engineer intern in a startup. So what happened was I used to code and deploy builds and all the same stuff which Amit used to do. So one day my director came to me and said, Pant, you can try these things, if you want to make some presentation and all, because I used to involve in all those things as well. Okay. So okay, I said yes, I will. So the other day, after 2 3 days, she called me up and said, join a program. You can join some program, MBA program. So just figure out. These are few good ones, and okay, I said okay. And one of them was, of course, IMT CDL. So the best part was I wanted to join. At that time, we had weekend classroom programs. So I just thought about IMT CDL, and one was Manipal, I think, and other was some other from affiliated from Delhi College. So she told me, why don't you join this? So okay, without any research, I directly jumped. I went to the center and joined it. So I met the center manager there, and it was so amazing. That conversation I still remember today. That was 2009-10 when I had that conversation, and really transformed. And I jumped it into right. Yes, I'll do this program. So the conversation I also remember his name. His name was Amit, because his same to my same. Yeah, same name.
So you joined in 2009, no?
Yes, 2009-10 I joined, and I started my career in 2005 when my director told me that it's been like 4 5 years, do something extra. So I joined it, and when I did my MBA in a year or so, she started taking me to her business meets, and I started giving presentations. So I had that holistic view of this business perspectives and all. So that was a transformation for me. So that is, I mean, how it transformed my life actually.
Great. So, Mr. Amit, again, a question to you only, Mr. Pant. So, what aspects of IMT CDL PGDM program do you believe set it apart from other programs?
Yeah. So one of them is, the faculty which is there, which, it's amazing, apart from your professional, they involve into your personal things as well. And there's a holistic development, right? And I mean, they really help you out. And I used to go to the staff room and, talk to them, those people, and they used to say that, oh, you are doing this, you are doing this, you should do this, you can, I mean, one of the instances which I remember, if you guys have time, then I'll just quote that.
Yeah, sure.
So I had taken a loan, a big loan, and one of the faculties, he told me, "Arey, you have taken such a huge loan and you are in just one job. Why don't you hustle up? You are such a brilliant person and you can do this and this." I said, "Okay, if I can do it." So this is how, and of course, one thing was the faculty, which not only professionally grooms you, they groom you personally as well and help you in your personal matters as well. And secondly, the alumni network which is there, I mean, it's really amazing, the success stories of the alumni which I used to hear from them. So these things are really the aspects which really played a vital role.
Okay, great. And okay, so Mr. Amuli, I have a question for you here. That I mean, yes, Amit has shared that the faculties were one thing that he liked about IMT and the curriculum also. So how did the curriculum prepare you for the challenges of the dynamic business landscape? I want to ask you, Mr. Amuli.
So I think curriculum is one of the USPs, if I say, from IMT CDL. So we all keep learning stuff these days, like it's an online era. So we all keep on learning a lot of stuff on LinkedIn, several articles, several journals available on internet. But specific to IMT CDL curriculum, as market is changing drastically, and the curriculum which IMT CDL has, it has been designed by the experts, and which includes actually the real life business scenarios and the business challenges with business use cases. So it is not only about mugging up the concepts of any course. So during my MBA journey, if there is any chapter, there are any topics that are being taught in any session, so the faculty used to take the real life examples. So be it Pepsi, be it Maruti Suzuki, is it Hyundai examples. So there are a lot of real life examples that we learn or we hear in news channels, etc. So what exactly happening around the world, what is happening in India, so all those real life business challenges and how we can connect those with the concept that are being taught. So I think this is something which I found unique. I have got enrolled myself in a lot of other courses, a lot of other certifications, but during my PGDM journey in IMT CDL, I found this is something which really helped. And Pooja, one thing I would like to tell to audience, so when you try to relate your concepts with the real life business, and when you can see how it actually you can apply into the real life scenarios or the real business scenarios, then you learn things automatically. You do not need to mug up something, and you do not need to remember only to qualify the exams. That is something that uh, that actually enhance and that apply to your analytical skills, which help you eventually to deal with any challenges that you come across in your day-to-day work, as well as in your day-to-day life, as Amit Pant was mentioning. So Mr. Pant has mentioned that how personally he got a lot of assistance and a lot of enhancement in the analytical approach. So I think I would go with the same approach. So this curriculum is really going to help you to grow professionally as well as personally, because you learn things how to tackle the real life challenges in business as well as in your personal life.
Thank you so much, Amit, for taking up this question. So I would like to tell our audience that Ms. JAMINI has some other commitments. She'll be there with us till 11:30. So I have certain questions that I'll take it now with Ms. JAMINI, and I want Ms. JAMINI to address those questions. So JAMINI, can you share any memorable learning experience, of yours or project that you had that had a lasting impact on your professional development?
Yeah, Pooja, I have multiple, actually, so many memorable experiences, project experiences, and or normal experiences. So, which I remember, my professional degree was in a civil engineering, and
Absolutely.
I started my career as a business development profession. I like to actually, from 2007 onwards, I started my career as a 2007, and I like to meet actually with the people. I want to understand about the business. So, my professional degree was in civil engineering, and I started doing my PGDM parallelly also. So, however, I enrolled myself in 2008 for this course, and I have completed my course in 3 years of time. At that time, the course duration was 3 years.
3 years, yeah.
Yes, and properly handwritten exam used to be happen.
Yeah.
So I remember the moment I have completed my PGDM course on the dual specialization, marketing and operations, the value of my resume lifted, and I started getting offers from that reputed MNCs, multinational companies, with a very good high salary growth rate. So the PGDM degree has a valuable asset in my career, and it's providing me the skills, knowledge, network needed to succeed in the various industries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because generally the students has this question in mind that, okay, if I'm going to do this, is it will it lift my resume value? Is there going to be any impact? So you've answered this question definitely beautifully, and the audience would be definitely inspired by this to join the program right now and start their PGDM journey now. So JAMINI, matlab, for you being a working professional and being a lady especially, balancing work-life commitments and academic responsibilities can be challenging. So how did you manage the delicate balance between work and study during your time in the program? Means any practical insights that you want to give to our audience?
Yeah, actually, I would like to definitely share this my experience, because being a female, there is always a challenge, and yeah, it's absolutely right. You have to look after the family on priority. I also face this challenge, and but I try to make a balance between the work and academic responsibilities. Whenever the person basically has to decide the priorities, whether it is a personal requirement or professional requirement at particular moment of time. So I also have done the same kind of thing. And since I wanted to do something additional qualification, management skills, so I have opted PGDM course. And just after completing my civil engineering, I used to attend all the lectures over the weekends without any fail. And I remember we used to have a group of students who attended classes consistently. And we made a group actually. The group was having two chartered accountants, there was one government telecommunication expert, 3 engineers. So what we used to do actually after the class, we used to cover the topics which has been covered in the class so that we can revise the concept.
Revise, okay.
Yes. And one more thing actually I have done, because I'm a female, so I have to look for the other things also. So I have opted that study center near to my home.
Oh,
Yes. So it saves actually some my transportation time. Yeah.
okay. Great. Thank you, Jamini, for the insight. So can you tell us about any instances where the program network or resources played a crucial role in your career achievement, advancements?
Yeah, I think this is the last question for Meena, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. So I think, yeah. So if you want to shine like a sun, first burn like a sun. That I heard from Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He said this sentence clearly. So success is basically connected with the action, and successful people keep moving. They do mistake. I also did mistake, but I never quit. So if we want to success in our life, we have to actually keep moving. We have to be moved from one step to another step. However, it can be achieved if the person take the necessary and relevant steps. See, as per my views, success consists of lots of things like empathy, communication skills, interpersonal skills, resilience, confidence, critical thinking, leadership, flexibility, and I can say so on.
Thank you, Jamini. I hope now our audiences, their anxieties or whatever the questions they had from you, they have been answered very nicely and correctly, and their anxieties are now calmed. So I'll take up my next question from the audience that we have for Mr. Amit. So, Mr. Amit, okay, Mr. Amit Pant, you can take the same question. I mean, balancing work-life commitments and academic responsibilities can be challenging. So, how did you manage to balance?
Until I did my this MBA program, I was a udta hua panchi lad. I mean, doing everything. I was a BTech guy. Got a good salary and all. So when I entered into the program and I met such a beautiful faculty and started doing the course. So coming back to your question, this was a premise. So coming back to your question, how I used to balance work and everything. So first. I am a early riser. I used to, I mean, some people told me that, you should wake up early. I used to wake up early, and if you wake up early and plan out your day, then it will be very good for you. So I started doing that. One of the faculties used to wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning, and they said, just try with 5 a.m., try with 6 first, and then 5, and okay. So then he gave me a book. The book is The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. I remember till day. Then I read that book, and I was much influenced with the book. So probably what I wanted to say is that one should tighten their seat belts early in life, and work hard and wake up early, plan your day, okay, set clear goals for yourself. And you should have, so when you set your goals clear, and then effective time management, this will really help you in your life. And of course, last but not the least is health. You should be stress free. Physical health and your mental health should be absolutely fine for doing whatever you have planned. And so this is how it went for me, Pooja.
Yeah, so when we generally say a healthy body and a healthy brain, yeah, both actually go along. So we have one more question for Mr. Amit Pant. I mean, what strategies did you find effective in maintaining a healthy work-study balance?
Okay,
This is for Mr. Amit Amuli, so he may please answer.
So what mean, what I followed, so that is something, so as Mr. Pant has mentioned, so he's an early riser. So if I say probably I'm not an early riser, but this is the beauty of the online learning and the kind of curriculum which IMT provides. Based on my work schedule, I generally start my day bit late because I generally support the European and the United States market. So from India. So that is the reason I start bit late. But the kind of online curriculums that we have, so I make sure that I spend equal amount of time. I give equal amount of priorities to the study that we do in the online mode, or which I used to do on the online mode. And in parallel, we need to have the work-life balance as well, because as Mr. Pant has mentioned, I will fully agree to it, that we need to be mentally and physically fit so that we can take up the challenges. And the fit person can uh, think, can analyze, and can make better plans for himself
Absolutely.
as well as for the
Correct.
organizations and the people around. And I think that is very important to take care of your health. But also you need to manage all the stuffs in parallel. So you need to, while you are taking care of your health, you need to take care of about your learnings, how updated you are with the market dynamics. So if I would like to club couple of my experiences here. So I think what helped me a lot are the recorded sessions. If I miss something, so I do not need to push myself to the extent that, okay, no, I need to compromise on my day-to-day activities, compromise on my personal life to attend or to continue my learning. So online recording sessions was there. I got opportunity to explore the 24/7 libraries. There were quiz assignments. So there were no specific time restrictions. So obviously discipline is important. It is not something that you are starting sometimes at 9 a.m., another day on 11 a.m. something. So you need to keep that discipline up.
Schedule.
So what time
Absolutely.
it is favorable to you, you just can tweak your clock according to it. And I think you can run all the executions in parallel if you follow the discipline.
Absolutely. So whether or not you attend the live sessions, but even if you attend the recorded lectures, that's perfectly fine. But learning should not stop. It should
Learning should
continue.
not stop. And
Absolutely.
even if you, so sometimes people have this confusion that, okay, if you are going for the online recording sessions, it's an offline mode, there is no interaction, then what is the use of getting enrolled within premier
True.
institutions? Why? So it is
True.
not like that. So even if you are going with the recorded and in an offline mode, so we all did it during the COVID eras in a lot of other institutions, and even in our office and industries. But IMT CDL always provides an opportunity when you have any doubt, any questions, you have doubt clearing sessions. Faculty members are very approachable. You can approach them. They are just ping away on Teams, or they're just away an email away, right? You just can send an email, block your times, get your doubts clear. So whatever type of discussion you'd like to have with the faculty members, I think IMT CDL is always open to it. And this is what the beauty of the all of the programs here in IMT CDLs are.
Thank you, Amit, for taking up this question. And we have one more question coming up for Mr. Amit Pant from our audience. So one is asking that my question is to Mr. Amit Pant. I'm looking to pursue PGDM program in HRM. As I'm looking to progress my career in L&D or OD, may I know, according to you, if this would be the right move for me?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a very nice question. Yes, IMT CDL would be a very right move for you. And the as I think Jamini few minutes back, Jamini told that the curriculum is designed in such a way. I mean, I did in business management, PGDM in business management, but the HR thing is also very nice. The faculty is very good, and uh, about getting the job, it's basically you get a mentor, like Arjun got Dronacharya. So you're getting
Right.
Dronacharya, right? It's all your efforts which will actually lead you to hit the bullseye. It was not Dronacharya who hit the bullseye, right? It was Arjun.
Right.
So IMT CDL is definitely Dronacharya.
Okay, thank you. And one more question I can see. Let me check in the chat. So fine, I think this has been answered by our admissions team. So my next question to you, Mr. Amuli, is in what ways did IMT CDL PGDM program opened doors to you, to your professional opportunities, for you, any professional opportunities that you got after taking up the PGDM program directly?
Yes, so a lot of professional opportunities. So first of all, before IMT CDL and before my PGDM course, so I was very much focused to the work which I was doing. But then there were deltas, as I have mentioned in my first question. So to fill up that gap and delta, IMT CDL helped me a lot. And how? I would just quote a couple of examples. So for an example, when we work in the industry, and if I take my example, so okay, I was an engineer, I was just getting equipped always with the technical stuff. But then what next? I was not aware what exactly the entire finance domain is, how we manage the financial management stuffs. I was not aware. So I used to keep hearing the things, okay, the stock prices gone up and the stock prices are gone down.
Right.
What is balance sheet, what is income statements, cash flows, etc. So all those things were the kind of alien figures for me. What is the marketing events, what is marketing strategies, what is the sales page, and all those things. I'm sure that the audience and all of them must be aware of a couple of stuffs, and they must be hearing from here and there. But the crux which I would like to quote here is that IMT CDL curriculum gives you an opportunity to deep dive into it, and ultimately it is the motivation, and it is up to the candidate and up to the student how much they wanted to deep dive. But at least it provides the first step to deep dive into it. And not only from IMT CDL experts, IMT also provide different articles, different videos, and different sessions. I think during my courses, I remember I used to go through the IIM Bangalore, IIM Calcutta, IIT Kharagpur. Those were the links which were provided. So the club of all the experts. So IMT CDL curriculum not only provides, not only restrict you to keep your journey and keep your learning only between the boundaries of IMT CDL curriculum, but if anything good or better is available in the market from any good expert, I think we get exposed to those kind of stuffs as well. So from my career perspective, I got exposed to the marketing things. I got exposed to the financial statements. So I can proudly say now I contribute to that area professionally. So I know how to pitch the new products, how to study the market dynamics, the mergers, acquisitions, alliances. So earlier it was just a kind of the jargons I used to hear, but now I know that how to study those things. So what exactly the balance sheet means, how to study the quarter results. And when you make your analysis so strong, and then you pitch your analysis to your leadership, your CXOs, your comics, then it makes an impact to the organization, and also it makes your visibility also very strong in your organization. Okay, telling something to the management or telling something to any audience is a different thing. Telling something based on certain facts and telling to be very precise, I think that is important. So.
Absolutely correct. So when you actually bring, whatever knowledge, not only based on your experience, but on some factual data, because you have studied something in a complete, manner, and then putting your facts, that definitely makes a difference.
And
that is what
I would not deny to the fact that the degrees, diploma, and certification do not add values. But what I would like to make clear to the audience, so degree, diploma, and certification is one thing, but the most important thing from any premier institution is to get the confidence and the vision. If it can boost your confidence, so it is not only about, so I'm an MBA, that's good. But the most important thing is not about that I'm an MBA from IMT CDL. The most important thing is that I got that confidence and I got that vision from IMT CDL, so that I can apply and I can learn and I can think through, through the windows to open up the new horizons for me as well as to the peers in my organizations. And For an example, these is digital payment, digital transformation. I can just talk about the banking thing which I'm involved with. So all these things which you can see around you, you have Paytm things, you have digital payments, Bharat Pay, Google Pay, all those things, UPI. 5 years back, 6 years back, no one could think about it that it would be at that path. But there are professionals available in the market who got confidence, who got the vision to create it. So that kind of vision is something where the institutions like IMT CDL played a vital role for me as well as professionals like me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much. So we have one more question coming up from our audience. So anybody, Mr. Amuli or Mr. Pant, whosoever wants to take that, they can take it because it is open for all. So how beneficial is the IMT CDL PGDM Executive Program for a career switch, especially for someone from a non-IT or a non-management background?
Yeah, this is a very good question. I can, tell about me myself. I was a tech guy, as Amit also told that he was a tech guy. So it's a career switch, right? Now I think about products. I think about business, how I'll sell that product. So the IMT CDL program basically deep dives into it. So I today also I remember there was some professor, marketing professor. Why marketing? Because my favorite subject was marketing. So I used to go and his name was Professor Narula. Still I remember it. Then in 2009-10. So he used to give us the actual case studies. He was a consultant in Maruti. He was a consultant in Hyundai, and he used to come in Saket Center and teach us for an hour or so. So we were so fascinated by his personality, and he used to give us real case studies. This happened, this happened. So this is what IMT CDL brings in. So absolutely, you can switch your careers anytime. From tech background, I am today a techie and a entrepreneur itself. So this is what you can gain.
Yeah. So I think they were asking this executive and 2 years are probably will they carry the same weightage? So definitely, I mean, whenever you want to apply, wherever you want to apply, executive and 2 years does not make a difference because both of the programs give you the same PGDM
Absolutely.
program weightage.
Yeah.
And I think it is based on the kind of escalation person want to pursue in the career. And so obviously the only small difference which I could see in both these things, obviously marketing team can better answer, but I think the thing which you are going to do in 2 years of time, you have to escalate a bit, and you have to study a bit more to
Yes.
complete all those things in 15 months. I think the curriculum is same, opportunities are same, and recognitions are still same. And to answer one of the part of the question which you have asked, Pooja, as per the chat, so I think gone are those days where you have to stick to the study line and to the domain you have started with. So if someone has started with civil or started with HR or something, I have seen people started the hotel management from IHMs and became the top executives in an IT industry. So it is all about that where you want to shape your career going forward, where your aspirations are. And most of us, like when we start the journey from after +2, uh, most of us are not sure what exactly the market is and where we would like to move. So people generally say where your interest is. If you're interested in engineering things, go there. If you are interested in management, start with BBA, MBA. If you are good in medicines, HR, etc. But to be very honest, age of 21, 22 is very early stage to decide or to think that where you would like to reach further in career. When you spend considerable amount of time in industry, then you get to know that okay, I have spent 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, probably or more than that. Then okay, I have done this thing, and probably I have done multiple things, and out of this is the area which I would like to continue with, and this is something which is matching to my expertise, and I can contribute much better, and I can grow in that direction. And when you realize it after spending a decade of time, 5 years, 6 years, and good amount of time in industry, then comes this kind of opportunities. Like you get okay, I am for an example, I'm working as an engineer, but in computer science or probably civil, mechanical, etc. But then you get a vision that okay, the market is moving towards the business analytics view, market is moving to the artificial intelligence. So these kind of programs provide you an opportunity to shift at any stage of time in your career. So to answer that question, that so how we can switch our career in between, and if you have started. So doesn't matter at all at what stage of career you are at and from where you have started. You must have started from any of the divisions. So I have seen non-IT people doing so much good in IT. I've seen people who are moved to HRs. I have seen people doing very much good. So there are concepts in market. So first of all, there are concepts and technology which were not existing the time we have started our education. Artificial
Absolutely.
intelligence was not there. Business
Yes.
analytics was not there. UPI, digital transformation, lot of other things. Those concepts were not at all there. So all of the people which you could say, who have started the journey of courses or education 15 years or 20 years back, these concepts was not there. So people migrated, right? So people switch their careers, and if there are opportunities, so there are always a way you can opt for the choices you want to make.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
actually, I would like to just add upon it about the switch. When my father talks, I'm not boasting about myself. So he says, you did your BTech from electronics, you did your MBA from PGDBM in business management, and now I was in the e-learning industry. I used to do the tech part, and then that, and now I'm building games. So how different it is for me. But then I used to, I kept on studying, and so the base should be strong. Whatever you are doing, the base should be strong, and you can, switch in any time. I'm totally agree with you, Amuli. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, thank you. So we have one more question that the audience has just asked. So let me just go to that question. So I think we have scrolled a little down. So okay, so one person is asking, Mr. Biswadeep is asking that I'm looking at retail domain for 14 years, currently working as a regional manager. I am a LLB, BCA and PGD retail. How much value addition I can expect from a PGDM executive program? So any one of you can take this question in case you're comfortable.
So as I could see the courses, he's working in retail, the courses LLB, okay, law and the BCA. And the
Right.
PGD retail. Yes. So the real thing which I could see, okay, it's a vast and a good amount of degrees you have. But combining all these three, how you can, so for an example, retail domain, good. How the legal aspects of in the retail domain you could contribute. So all these things with the real life business use cases, those can contribute. I'm not sure what exactly the role in retail domain you are playing with, but just in if I take one of the business case, retail industries, there are legal. So if there are agreements between two industries, right, in retail industries, and if I talk about B2B kind of scenarios, business to business, so these legal departments play a vital role. So you come up with a lot of clauses, you come up with a lot of agreement clauses and all. So I think these things helps a lot. I have seen not only in LLB, I have seen the legal people, how they contribute to the IT, how they contribute to the banking. So ultimately, the customer relationship, the business to business relationship, business to customer relationship, they all are bound with the legal in a legal wrap, right? So I think yes, if the PGDM executives will have the curriculum where you will get to know about all these things, that how these things work, and I think mergers and acquisition is some of one of the curriculums, if I say, is something
Absolutely,
which
it
is
is there.
related to this area.
It is there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I hope, Biswadeep, your question has been answered. And we have one more question from Mr. Anand to specifically you, Mr. Amuli. He says that I'm planning to register for a PGEM ST, that is Executive Program in Strategy. Having experience of 16 years in supply chain management, BD, business operations and supply chain, trade finance company, how this elective will add on for my professional growth. So how strategy specialization is going to add up in his professional growth? That is his question.
So having good amount of experience in supply chain as well as in the business operations and business development, So what PGDM and these courses can help, it can accelerate, and it will give you an horizon to think beyond it. So when I say think beyond it, like, so a lot of time we might work in a management role, we might work as an executive role, but how you can contribute and you can shape it to the next leadership role. How you can just, so it is a business development role,
Exactly.
that's good, but how you can shape it to the leadership one. So I think this is something when I say leadership is not only about specific to each domain, specific to area. It combines a lot of stuff together. It consists of, so I always say to my peers and my juniors in my organization, so to be a successful leader, you need to be a little bit a lawyer, you need to be a little bit of salesperson, you need to be a little bit of product guy, supply chain expert, business development manager, a little bit of engineering as well, because IT is there everywhere. So technology driven industries are there now these days. So you need to be a little bit of everything, right? So this little bit, so some of us work a very long amount of time for in a specific industry, but when you think about a leadership role in your career, and if you want to grow up and you want to climb the ladder of success, I think then you need to have the exposure to a lot of different domains as well. You need to know that where the market dynamics are going and how to study them. You need to know that how the marketing skills work. If you are going to, if you have got your solution, if you have got your work, your product, how you can pitch it to the market, how you can explain those things in an effective way, how you can learn and get to know about the pain areas of the market, what is the gap in the market, how you can so all these kind of things. For an example, financial management is not finance, it is not only the accounting, it is about the how you manage all those things. If I go to the areas of organizational behavior and the HR areas, how you uh, plan the resource alignment, how you plan, how you interact with the resources, how you make people motivated, how you can lead the way. So all these type of things are there which contributes a little bit. So probably 5% contribution of one thing and 10% of another thing, but you need to have the components. So it's a mix of, so when you talk about any drug and any medicine, it has the salt composition of several stuff. So our success, our life is also composition of these small ingredients which we need to grab from here and there. And I think to answer Mr. Anand's question, yes, so this PGDM will help, and it would add a lot of other explorations in the journey which you have been a part of.
So we can see there's a lot of interaction, and our curious audience who is actually planning to now take up a PGDM program in their career. So they have a lot of curiosity, and they're coming up with a lot of questions to get insights from you. So Mr. Pant, we have another question from you. A person is asking that, is the course more of theory based or practical industry based? I mean, is it a more of clearing papers, grabbing bookish knowledge, or diving deep into case studies, making strategies, etc.?
So as I mentioned earlier also, this is a very nice question. So I am very, very clear about this, that IMT CDL is not just focused in passing exams. Why? Because as I quoted the example, there was some professor, he never teached us anything. It was absolutely only and only case studies, which I remember. Going to his class, I used to love to going to his class daily for 1 hour, for 2 hours, his lecture, he used to just do case studies with us. So I think this can answer you. And not only him, even the economics professor and the business law. There was one subject, business law, which I used to study. So that professor was he had some house in Las Vegas at that time. I was very fascinated with that guy. I don't remember his name. So he used to give me like examples. I used to interact with him when I was out of the class. वो कुछ बच्चे नहीं होते जो व्याकुल बच्चे पीछे पीछे टीचर के चले जाते हैं, तो आई यूज्ड टू गो मैं बहुत फैसिनेट होता था. So absolutely you can go for the program, and it's not just oriented for passing the exams.
Yes, and I would just, as you have mentioned, Mr. Pant, that example. So I also remembered one thing, the case study of the Maruti Suzuki and when the Hyundai Zen was there, and how, so from Maruti 800 to Zen and then Zen Stelu, and how the Maruti Suzuki has evolved over the period of time, and the competition between how the Pepsi, Thumbs Up, Fanta, and I think during old days, Gold Spot was one of the brand. Probably a lot of
Yes,
people
yes.
must not be aware of it, but Gold Spot was one of the brands. So how this competition appeared and how the market dynamics changed. So all these things actually, it first of all, it takes you back 20 years back, how all those things started, how those the brand fight started, and how these companies work to evolve where they are currently. So I think it's a fantastic journey. So it is not only about reading something, only a chapter just to qualify exam. It is about that it gives you a transformation journey. You go back to 20 years, then traveling from 20 years to the current scenario in 2023, 24. I think that is something a beauty of course, and you will never forget about these concepts if you are studying in that approach of case studies.
Yeah, and it is you who have to, apply that knowledge. Don't just read
Absolutely.
it to pass the exams. Read it to do something creative, right? Apply it. So that will benefit you a lot.
So we have another question coming up for Mr. Amuli. So he said that since you guys pursued your PGDM way back in 2010 and successfully managed to sustain for a longer period of time now, will this also work for us the same way as making it future proof? So this is for you, Mr. Amuli.
Yeah, good question, and I think I would start the answer with the current example. So the both panelists you can see we have came from a different era. So 2009 was I think Mr. Pant's era, and mine was the recent one during the COVID eras. So yes, so sustainability you can see how Mr. Pant has grew in his career and did so much magical stuff, and he can still remember all those things which he have learned during 2009-10. And from my perspective, yes, I did it recently a couple of years back, and it covers both the things. So yes, for long-term sustainability perspective, as we were keep on mentioning everything, it is about the individual's choice and individual's ability to sustain it. So there are exams in our life which we have passed. So how many of us remember that what we have done in class 5th, 6th, and 8th standard to pass something? Probably there might be something algebra, something in science and thermodynamics, etc. So it depends how we continue. So we study something and we do not apply into the real life scenario. So I'm sure that we forget the things. If I have not worked or I have not applied something in last 10 years of time, so it is next to impossible for any human being to remember it and to keep that sustained. So I think if you are going to continue in the same thing, go for it, and it will last.
Thank you, Amit. So now we have one question coming up for Mr. Amuli. Can you share any instances where program, network, or resources played a crucial role in your career advancement?
Sorry, I didn't get the question. Program network means?
So program, the alumni network probably.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So played an important role. Yes, a vast important role. So I would start with the example of a recent example. So IMT CDL conducts a lot of alumni meets. Okay, so when I say alumni meets, it's a very huge event. People travel from across other states in India, and with different roles, with different experiences. So somebody you will find for 20 years of experience, 30 years of experience. The people you will find, people have just started the career. So you get the balance and the dynamics from each category and each segment in the industry. You get to know about the experiences that they carry. So everybody tells about this story. So for an example, we are sitting here in this panel and we are sharing our stories and our experiences. So same way, there if you would find 400 different people, 500 different people, market leaders, CXOs, CMOs, entrepreneurs. So all those things which you hear about the stories, how they have started, what kind of struggle they had, what they're doing currently, and what is their vision. So individually, if I say I grew up, I studied in last, if I say last 15 years, 10 years, I keep on following the leaders. When you listen to leaders, you can talk about Ambani's, you can talk about Ratan Tata, Mr. Murthy, Nandan Nilekani, during those days when the Aadhaar was getting started and where Aadhaar is. So if you go back to the YouTube and you just hear about, you watch the videos how the Aadhaar started for the unique identification program. So the kind of approach Mr. Nilekani had. and what he implemented. So you watch those things and you hear and you listen about the dynamics which are getting changed and what exactly the vision of that leader is. And similarly, what we watch in YouTube, if you are getting an exposure and opportunity to meet someone in person, market leaders, and then you hear that what exactly going on in the market and what they are trying to do. It probably, you do not need to copy someone, but it gives you an idea that okay, so people are moving in that direction. If someone can do it, why not you? So first of all, this is the kind of confidence and vision you get. So probably I might not end up in creating a product which a leader is talking about, but I will get something cultivated in the mind to the interest area I'm at. Probably I may be a person from the legal law, I may be a person from supply chain management, etc. So probably the people do not need to copy and do not need to never go in the direction a person is if you're not interested in just by looking at someone that okay, someone is reached to this level because he had followed that approach. That's good. You just take the inspiration, you take the motivation, get into the loopholes, get into the success stories, failure stories. Both are important, success and failures. And here you know, and here you learn the things for your benefit. And I think it will add feathers in your career journey professionally and as well as your personal. So I think the alumni network is a very strong concept here in IMT CDL. We are connected to the alumni through our portal and through several events, and I think it is fantastic.
Thank you so much, Amit. And Mr. Amuli, Mr. Pant, can you now share certain instances where the program's network or resources played, role in your career advancement?
So I remember one of my friends only, and I think we were there in the same program, and after we left that program, the program was completed, and she joined Apple. And I was very fascinated. I was a tech guy then, and I was very fascinated about the Apple brand, and so I just wanted to send my CV across to her, and to get a chance somewhere in US in Apple. So there are multiple rounds in Apple, and you only get at that moment in time, it was some rule that you can, if even if you are not from IIMs or IITs, if you get a referral, so she was there. She's a good friend of mine. So she was there. She referred my CV, and it was selected, and I had several rounds. Unfortunately, I was not selected there. I had to do something else. So this is a very good instance, example which I remembered till date.
So you also attended the alumni meet
No, I was not able to attend. I was not.
Okay, so we are doing this next February also, probably then you can join us.
Absolutely.
So any advice, Mr. Pant, if you could offer any one piece of advice to our prospective students for IMT CDL PGDM program, what it would be?
So few points which I would like to quote here are, you should set clear goals, and you should be honest with yourself. Whatever you are doing, be honest, and always don't go for quality, don't go for quantity, go for quality. So whatever you do it religiously. And if I am telling you, if you follow the program and whatever your goal is, you'll achieve it. Frankly telling you, just be religious, be honest to whatever you are doing. You'll definitely get it. This is such a program which has been made, and इतने टाइम पहले से चीजें चल रही हैं, तो definitely marvelous.
And Mr. Amuli, based on your experience, what qualities or skills do you think are essential for success in career or life?
I think positive attitudes and willingness to learn are the two essential skills for success. And learning is a lifelong journey. So no matter at what stage of career and what stage of life you are at, keep yourself engaged in the learning, and it would definitely add feathers in your life, professionally and personally. The education makes you a better person always. Know at what stage you are at, doesn't matter. And also, gone are those days when you say, no, this is not the age to start with something new, and or if I am confined or I am associated with a specific field, I should not learn. So just look around and consider the entire world as a library, and education is there everywhere. So you just need to pick out the things, and the institutions like IMT CDL is a great. So as Mr. Pant has mentioned, so it's a Dronacharya. It plays the role of Dronacharya in people's life. So it actually creates a pathway. It's a margdarshak for the, if I'm saying it right. So it's a pathfinder. It will tell you what is the correct path, how you can move, and but that path and that journey you have to cover for yourself. This is what I would like to. So keep the positive attitude and keep that fire alive, and I think you will reach where you'd like to go.
Sure. So as now the clock is ticking, I would like to now conclude by thanking, conclude the session by thanking you all. I'm sure now your anxieties have been calmed and the things that were holding you to take a step forward for your career advancements are now resolved and sorted. So it's time for you to start your post-graduation programs and progress in your career. Should you have any questions, you may please call us at the given number, or you may please mail us. You can also connect to Ms. JAMINI, Mr. Amit Amuli, or Mr. Pant at the LinkedIn profiles. They would definitely be ready to mentor you. I also thank our alumni, our pride, for taking out their precious time and guiding the participants who are eagerly planning for their career progression. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
All the best.
Bye-bye. All the best.